You just got trolled. You just got rickrolled in Genshin Impact. How does that feel? Well, enough about the jokes and April Fools. Hey yo guys, it's Victini Gamer here, and we are going to be doing, of course, the special program 3.6. I just had to do that rickroll since I am going to be uploading this on April 1st. So, yeah. Well, April Fools, there's not really a proper April Fools video for me, but at least what I can do is do a rickroll on Genshin. So there you go, April Fools. But anyways, enough about me blabbering on about jokes and April Fools and whatnot. It's time to go over Genshin 3.6. So I'm actually gonna be skipping over the summary on 3.5 because I am playing RE4 Remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake at the moment, and I really want to platinum the game. So yeah, I'm gonna be making this kind of quick, so I hope you guys could follow along very quickly. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna be discussing about the version 3.6 update. So without any further ado, let's just jump to the case. So, first off, I'm going to be talking about the event wishes and then the weapon, and then I'm going to be showcasing them in Honey Impact like usual. So, of course, the disclaimer is going to pop up right there. So, if you don't know where I got my info from, there you go. Just read the text on the screen, and then you should know where my sources come from. So yeah, well anyways, it is time to go over the event wishes. So the first event wish is Nahida and Nilou, which is pretty surprising because Nahida did not release not too long ago. By the way, she released in 3.2, and we're getting her in 3.6, so that is 4 updates. 4 updates, and she gets a rerun already. Nilou, I think she released in 3.3 or 3.4, and she's already getting a rerun. Guess who hasn't gotten a rerun yet? Eula. Yeah, we haven't gotten an Eula rerun in so long. So, I guess expect her to not return ever. It's mainly because Hoyoverse is mainly using meta characters for their banners. So Ganyu, Nahida, Nilou. The previous ones were Yelan, Hu Tao, and then the present ones right here are Shenhua and Ayaka, which are pretty meta relevant characters. So yeah, expect that in the future. We're probably never gonna get Eula in a long time. So yeah, well anyways, enough about my opinions. It's time to go over like the actual banners. So Nahida is one of the best Dendro supports in the game. It's a must summon. I don't really need to tell you to summon on this banner or not to summon, because Nahida is literally the core of Dendro teams. So not having her is missing out. So yeah, Nahida is a must summon. Nilou is a must summon as well if you are going for a Dendro core team. Basically the Nilou Bloom team is what it's famously called. So if you want to run the Nilou Bloom team, Nilou is there for you. She is really top tier at the moment, mainly because the Nilou Bloom team is so broken because of the constant Dendro damage that she does. So yeah, Nilou and Nahida are must summons if you really want to get ahead of the Spiral Abyss meta. But of course, summon for the characters you want. If you hate Nilou or Nahida, you don't have to summon for them, but their kits are really good, so just keep that in mind. But if you do love the character for other reasons, like their characterization or their personalities or their voice lines, you could also summon for them as well. Of course, summon for your favorite characters, because every character in this game is good as long as you build them properly. So yeah, Nahida and Nilou are basically must summons. So yeah. And then as for phase 2 of the banner, we have baizhu and ganyu. So ganyu is gonna be getting her 3rd rerun, I think. This is probably her 3rd rerun. Yeah. Ganyu is a really good cryo DPS. Thankfully, Shenhua is still out, so she combos really well with Shenhua to boost her cryo damage. And Ganyu is still really, really good if you do want a really good cryo DPS. But Ayaka is already on 3.5, so I suggest summoning for her instead of Ganyu. But Ganyu makes quick work on bosses. If you really need a cryo bow character, she is the character for you. Her burst is still really, really good. Her damage output's still really, really good. Ganyu is still pretty good. But Ayaka is already still on 3.5, so just summon for her instead. In my opinion, if you want my opinion on who this summon for in like cryo character DPSs, Ayaka is the better option. And then as for baizhu, he is a Dendro shield, so he's a full Dendro support. So he's probably gonna work really, really well. He's probably gonna be like a 5-star Layla, where he does Dendro damage with shield. There's also a new artifact set for him that capitalizes on his elemental damage, which I will be discussing about later. So yeah, baizhu is honestly a pretty good character. You could pick him up if you want, but I'm mainly going over kaveh for this summon. If I do get baizhu, it's an extra bonus for me because he's a pretty good character as well. So I don't mind getting a baizhu. And then as for kaveh, he is a 4-star Dendro DPS. So yeah, he's similar to Noel, where he uses burst and then he gets elemental infusion on his weapon. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, all these characters are pretty good phases to summon on. If you want my opinion on who to summon for, Nahida. Out of all of the 4 characters to summon for, Nahida is probably your best pull. So yeah, if you really want one character, if you need to save for one character in this whole update, Nahida is the one to summon for. So yeah, all the other characters are good as well. So they're not missing out on anything if you are gonna be summoning on these, because all of these characters are pretty good. So yeah, no loses. So yeah. And then here we have the 5-star weapon, which is the Jade Fall Splendor, which is a catalyst for baizhu. Speaking of the catalyst, we are going to be going over to Honey Impact. Yeah, sorry, I am going pretty fast because I really want to get back to editing and then going to play RE4 Remake. Seriously though, the remake is really, really good. Must play. It's a must play. Well, anyways, it is time to transition over to Honey Impact. So let's transition to it right now. So I'm gonna be talking about baizhu first, because baizhu is the 5-star featured in this new update. So yeah, baizhu is a catalyst 5-star Dendro support. As you can see here, his bonus stat is HP, meaning that he gets shields. His normal attacks is just normal attack. His E basically creates a shield based off his max HP, and it does Dendro attacks, so that is pretty cool. His Q also does the same thing. He makes a Dendro shield, and then he does Dendro damage based off his max HP as well. So yeah, basically, he is a Dendro shield support. Yeah, he looks pretty good. This is just Dendro Zhongli, honestly. Yeah, this is literally Dendro Zhongli. Yeah, he looks pretty good, honestly. His passives are pretty good too. It basically boosts his Dendro damage. He also boosts healing as well. Yeah, he gets healing on top of his burst, by the way, and his shields. So that is pretty cool as well. He gets heals and shield. He looks like a pretty good must-run Dendro support for those characters. So yeah, you don't have to run Kokomi as your healer. You could just run baizhu and then run another Hydro character on your team. So yeah, yeah, baizhu looks pretty good, honestly. Shield, heals, Dendro damage. He also increases elemental reactions. That's pretty good, honestly. Yeah, it is really good. So yeah, baizhu, he looks pretty promising. Dendro shield, I like that. Pretty interesting kit. Next up, we have Kaveh, who is a Claymore Dendro 4-star. His bonus stat is Elemental Mastery. His E just does AoE Dendro damage, which is pretty basic. And his Q basically makes a AoE Dendro damage burst. And then he basically gets Dendro Infusion on his normal attacks, his charge attacks, and his plunging attacks. So yeah, he's gonna be using his burst a lot, I would say, where he's just gonna be doing a lot of Dendro damage. Yeah, so yeah, he is a Dendro DPS, through and through. He is literally a Dendro DPS. So his passives as well basically boosts his elemental mastery. It looks like he's gonna be working well with Dendro core teams and aggravate teams as well, since he is gonna be boosting his elemental mastery. So yeah, this is really really good that he is able to deal damage as well. So, and then his final passive, it looks like it basically increases his damage with his elemental mastery increased as well, and it stacks 4 times. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Honestly, these two characters are really really cool. We have a Dendro shield and a Dendro DPS. Actually a 4-star Dendro DPS. That's pretty cool. And then finally we have the 5-star weapon, which is a HP percent catalyst that basically boosts his elemental burst and shield as well. And then he basically gets more max HP per stack. Yeah, this looks like a pretty good weapon. It's just a weapon that you probably run on baizhu. There's nothing really to run with this catalyst, mainly because it requires you to have a shield. So yeah, there's no other catalyst characters that I could think of that could use a shield in this game besides baizhu. So yeah, this is a weapon to pull for if you do not have any other weapon you could run, but I'm pretty sure you could just run a energy recharge catalyst and you should be fine as well. Or you could run the healing bonus catalyst as well. That is craftable. I forgot what it's called. I think it's the prototype. Yeah, you could just run a prototype catalyst for baizhu as your free-to-play weapon. But if you want a pay-to-play weapon, if you want a premium weapon, this is the weapon for baizhu. So yeah, honestly, not really that bad. These look actually pretty promising for yeah, these look pretty promising for actual like banners. So you're not really missing out on anything really for like summoning these. You won't regret it. I don't know about the weapon though. The weapon, because the ammo spell you can get for free on permanent banners. So yeah, I don't know about the baizhu banner or the weapon banner specifically. I would say skip that. So yeah. Well, anyways, it is now time to move on to the actual events. We're gonna be speedrunning through all of these. So here we go. So first off, we have a Parade of Providence. It is probably just gonna be a your typical story event quest where you just partake in the event and then you get free rewards with the Crown of Insight. Yeah. With this event, we get a free faruzan, so that's pretty cool. Faruzan is actually really decent in animo damage. She also boosts animal damage as well, so basically characters like the Wanderer is able to pop off thanks to her. So yeah, Faruzan really really good on animo teams, specifically that. But other than that, she's pretty decent animo support. Next up, we have Brewing Development, which is a another event as well. You just get free rewards, battle enemies, you know, that sort of deal. So yeah, it's your typical battling enemies type of event, as you can see there. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about is the Overflowing Mastery. Yes, it's coming back. Which is really, really cool. I will take the Overflowing Mastery any day. More talent materials that you can farm, pretty good. always take advantage of these overflow events. They are really, really, really good investment. Next up, we have the Fulminating Sandstorm, which is just you just defeat enemies and then you defeat bosses. So yeah, it's basically your typical defeat enemies type of event. So yeah, pretty cool. Free rewards, don't miss out on that. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is the Hangout event. So yeah, Layla is finally going to get her Hangout event. So enjoy your free primos and enjoy the Hangout event. I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be one of the more interesting ones because we don't really know Layla's backstory. But yeah, this one's probably going to be really cool to play. And then the final thing before we're going to talk about the new map in this game is the artifact sets. So in summary, in short, Nymph's Dream is basically just a Hydro damage DPS artifact set. So you could just slap this on any Hydro DPS and they will work wonders because their burst, their normal damage, their attack will be increased based on stats. So basically Ayato gets boosted by this, Mona, basically any Hydro character. I think this will probably work best with Hydro Catalysts. So if you do have a really good Hydro Catalyst DPS, then this is probably for you. This is really, really, really busted artifact set. So yeah, it's a definite must run for characters that are a Hydro DPS. So yeah, pretty good. And then for the second artifact set, or the last one, it's just basically every time a person uses a elemental skill or burst, it be increased by 10%. And also, when they take damage, you get increased damage for 80%. So that's pretty cool. This is literally just a baizhu artifact set. So yeah, it also works well with Toma. Toma also has a similar shield to baizhu. So you could just give this to Toma. You can also give this artifact set to Xinyan. Xinyan also works well with this artifact set, thanks to the shield that she gets. So that's pretty cool. So basically anyone with a damaging shield will work with this set. It's not just baizhu. So yeah, pretty cool artifact sets. Definitely farm for these if you really want to boost your characters. Really good. And then the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the new area. So it's just going to be extending through the desert. So yeah, it's just the desert biome, but with like more stuff to do. So yeah, this is probably going to be the final map update because the map completion percent is at 88%. So this is probably going to fill the final gap for that, and then we can finally get that title card for the 100% Sumeru exploration. So yeah, I think this is probably going to be the last new update for the map that we're going to get, and then we're going to go straight into Fontaine. Or that's what I think, or is probably going to happen. So yeah. And then for the event that'll happen in this specific area is the Recollector's Path. So basically, we're probably just going to get a free companion with us, which is pretty cool. We get rewards as well for this, so yeah, definitely do this event as well. Pretty cool. And then last but not least, a story event, of course. There's gonna be a new story quest. This is probably gonna be taking place in the new area as well. So yeah, pretty cool. We're gonna get more primos, more rewards, and we get to enjoy more of the Tevat story. And with that being said, that is basically it for the 3.6 update. Yeah, this is actually pretty short. I actually made it short this time. It's basically almost 20 minutes. But, well, I gotta get back to playing Resident Evil 4 Remake, so I gotta wrap this up quick. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching this 3.6 update video. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. I upload Genshin videos once a week, so if you do like that sort of content, be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to not miss out on a single upload. Also comment down below, what do you think of 3.6? Are you excited? Are you not? Let me know in the comments down below. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching this Genshin 3.6 special program discussion video. And I'll see you guys in the next Genshin video. And with that being said, I'm gonna go back to playing RE4 Remake. So, see you guys then.